make sure you follow Krissy, and make sure while you're at it, follow Waiter also. Both very good runners. And here we go. The match is underway. Looks like they're both going to go Pharaoh first. Very unique route. We're going to see some early balloon action in Brightman stage. You'll see going Pharaoh first, you see you got to mash these scorpions down. Whereas if you went Bright first, you can kind of flash stopper your way through this section, making it a little bit easier. You don't have to worry about these scorpions or that fly up there. Ooh, Waiter doing that jump over that Pharaoh pit. Looks like Krissy's gonna opt to wait out that fly, which is smart, and takes that jump just fine. Balloon get for Waiter, and followed pretty closely by Krissy, having a little bit of issues with them scorpions, but making it through just fine. Now, getting that balloon there will teleport you straight to the checkpoint, the next checkpoint room. Saves a lot of time. These platforms can be tricky. They can create a lot of lag with those bullets on screen and those bats, so you kind of want to make sure you get those bats off screen or manipulate the platforms to not shoot those bullets out. Could cause you to slow down a little bit, but not too bad. Both runners getting through without much of a problem. Oh no, Waiter just jumped a little bit too soon. Tiptoed on the spike, the edge of the spike, so he's going to have to go all the way back to the checkpoint. I'm sure he does not feel good about that. That is a rough death to take there. Then you got to do all these platforms all over again. Hopefully he can just shake it off and power through. He is a very good runner, so I know his capabilities are really strong in this run, so he can come back from this. This is still early in this race, still anybody's race. Krissy in his Pharaoh fight here. Pharaoh Man can do a couple different things. He can just sit there and throw his little sand in your face, or he can jump around like he just did, or he can just jump with a high arcing jump to your position. Looks like Krissy didn't have too much troubles. Had to kill him in the corner, which happens sometimes. You know, Pharaoh likes to jump around. Jump, jump, jump around. Like Waiter getting a little bit of a jumpy McGee for Pharaoh also. Pharaoh just not being a bro right now for either runner. Another right corner kill for Waiter. Setting up that center pixel. Didn't get the fast exit, but I still think he's on pixel. Good job. Both runners going to make their way in a Brightman stage here. Gotta be careful with this stage because there's a lot of places you can die, but now that they have the Pharaoh shot, they can negotiate these totem poles a lot faster and a lot easier. Where with Pharaoh shot, you can do 3 Pharaoh shots and down these totem poles, whereas Buster takes 8 shots. Looks like Krissy using some balloon strats earlier on. Usually you don't see balloons until the next screen after this, but we'll see if Waiter uses some balloons here too. Looks like he's gonna power through this first screen just fine. Krissy making his way to the checkpoint grasshopper room start. Getting some balloons out again. It's gonna make this section a little bit easier. Just gotta be careful here because it's dangerous. Jumping over that totem pole. Very nice, safe balloon strats here. Once again, the more things that are on screen, the laggier it gets, as you can tell. Oh no, Waiter couldn't get that top balloon. Trying to get back to that grasshopper to land on it, but the grasshopper just didn't get over to his position, or he didn't get over to the position just in time, and took a spike death again. So now it looks like he's going to take a little bit more safer option and use Buster here to kind of get through this. Saying, you know what, I've had enough of balloons, so I'm just going to do it Buster only here and get through it. Switching to Pharaoh here. Both runners going to use Pharaoh for this Bright fight. As you can see, the charge above your head, if you Bright will run into it, then you got one full charge shot left in the barrel you can use. Then you got to offset his health values with a smaller bullet, so that way he doesn't freeze you on screen. It looked like Krissy just missed it, so he's gonna have to be careful here because he's low on health. Oh, wow! He had that charge above his head while Bright was jumping. Just a clutch move, clutch kill on Krissy's part. Wow, really good job. Got extremely lucky. That's how you finish Brightman right there. Woo! While these runners taking a risky strats, it's good to see them doing a little bit of risky movement there. Waiter setting up the pixel, gets the pixel. Nice job, nice job. Now we're on to Ringman. Here you'll see a lot more balloon action in this first part. Using these balloons to get this vertical climb a lot faster. Traditionally, you would probably use Flash Stopper here to negotiate this, but with balloons, it makes it a lot easier, a lot quicker. And as all of you will know, the name of the game is speedrun. You want to be quick, and balloons make you go quick. Ooh, look at that swag ladder by Waiter there. That's nice. Oh no, unwanted screen transition. Those Saturns, man, they can really get in your way sometimes. Krissy opted to use Bright Flash Stopper for that hippo, and the rest of the stage looks like some interesting strats. He's gonna have to do a couple extra menus now, but Waiter should be using Pharaoh for the rest of it, whereas Krissy's doing a lot of back and forth, but he should be... Oh, look, looks like he's going back to Flash Stopper. Interesting strat. Hopefully it pays off for him. He might want to be thinking here, you know, conserve health, because in this stage, you've really got to watch your health and ammo values, because you can potentially go into the later part of the stage with low health, low ammo, and just ruin the stage. But both taking it a little extra cautious here. Waiter getting a couple drops, which helps. Gotta be careful there. The last screen there, it gets through it just fine. It's like Krissy, yeah, Krissy didn't want to take a D-boost here, which was smart, but yet the slinky ring just got tagged him with a big open anyway, so he still ended up taking a hit. As you see, Krissy's got a little bit more extra health than Waiter, but the Ringman fight's pretty much the same over and over again. They can easily predict what he's going to do. Shouldn't be much of a problem. Oh no! Waiter with a death. Took a ring straight to the face. And that is a game over for Waiter. Unfortunate death for Waiter. That is very unfortunate. But as I said, man, this stage just takes a lot of health from you. When you get to that ring fight, you only have one shot to make it work. Because if you get hit, that's it. You can tell Waiter's getting a little frustrated here, but I'm sure he'll be able to power through. Like I said, he's an experienced runner. He should have no problem getting back on track. Just a couple missteps, not a big deal. Still anybody's game. Krissy using Flash Stopper strats here for Dustman, which makes these next couple screens a lot easier to go through.
Hello, hello, hello.
Well, it looks like I'm joined by Mr. Otter. What's up, Mr. Otter?
Hey, how's it going? Sorry about the little delay there.
A little bit of late, but we're here. Glad to see you.
Yeah, thanks for doing the race earlier, and doing the heavy lifting here.
Hey, GG's on your run, man.
Oh, thank you. Man, so as I was switching over here, it looks like Waiter got a game over on that Ringman fight. Is that what I missed?
Yeah, that's unfortunate game over, but you know, that's what happens in Ringman stage. You're low health, low ammo. Just like Waiter's finding out again. Oh man, Waiter taking another death. And
Looks
he's
like
low
it's
on Pharaoh too, so he's got to really conserve his Pharaoh shots. He may just bust her out till he gets to the Ringman fight.
yeah. I think he just had a moment there at the menu where he was doing that calculation.
Yeah.
I think his D-pad just betrayed him because it looked like he jumped instead of sliding across there, and
Yeah.
that'll do it.
That will do it, and definitely. Meanwhile, Krissy going into the Dustman fight. The Dustman sucks, literally and figuratively.
Yes, does suck.
And you can stop him from sucking by just bodying him, but you got to be careful, especially Krissy, because it takes 8 HP to body him, and you can. I think he's got enough to take 1 D boost, but he doesn't have enough to take 2.
Yeah, I'm looking and I can't quite tell myself if that's 9 or 10 if you're in the middle of fighting him. I certainly imagine Chrissy's just thinking, I can't tell quite what that health value is. I'm not going to risk it.
Right. Now you see Waiter finishing off Ringman the way he probably wanted to do it the first time, but unfortunately having to take a death the first time, but making his way through the Ringman fight that time and coming back. Now it's time to regroup for him and get back on track, shake it off.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, getting the weapon get screen here at the same time, exactly 1 stage apart. That's something Waiter can make up. He's got a lot of really high quality strats. So
yeah, he can make that up really quickly if he can just settle back into his groove, find his little groove there, and kind of get back on track. You'll see him switch to Pharaoh here, which is a lot riskier, but can save a lot of time if you do it right.
Krissy had just a little mistake with the zip there. Didn't go quite far enough left and then come back to spawn the enemy. But then second time got it no problem. So that's still saving some time, and then switches back to Buster, I'm guessing just to make this a little safer.
You know, Waiter just doing some really good work in this lag room. Scared me a little bit there at the first little platform. I didn't know if he was going to make that platform in time, but he made it. That was an extra guy from Eddie. That was very scary.
Smooth lag room, which is
very good job.
Never easy.
With these crushers to deal with now, it's going to take it a little bit slow just to ensure that he gets through, no problem.
Yeah, really only lost 1 cycle there, and that seems worth it for safety.
Yeah, definitely. Oh no, Krissy taking a death in Skullman checkpoint room. That's not too bad of a place to die because you're right there in the same room, but still, it's very tricky, or it's very easy to die there because that's that edge jump there.
Yeah, that jump's tighter than it looks.
Yeah.
Both this jump and the one in this very next screen going into the red sky room are trickier than they look. I've died there many times.
Oh yeah, and if you don't properly chain your flash stopper here, that last spike enemy can really do damage too. You can, if you're not prepared to get him off screen, you can take a hit and end up in the pit.
Yeah, Krissy did well to get that shot off at the end, or that's what would happen.
Right.
Didn't get the menu in the... Okay, there we go, no problem. I was a little worried with doing the menu in the room that might screw up the manipulation on Skullman.
Yeah, neat little thing about Skullman. Toadman's the same way. When you enter his fight, if you just stand there, he'll just stand there, kind of mirror your movement there, and just stand there and look at each other. But you can't kill Toadman or Skullman just by looking at him. So
yeah. And if you get a little ahead of yourself and fire as soon as possible, then Skullman's going to jump at you and put the shield up even sooner. So you do want to make sure you're holding left or right at the very beginning of that fight.
Waiter making his way through Skullman, using some balloons here to make it go a little bit quicker.
Yeah, had a nice zip. Moving quite well through. And Krissy onto a pretty terrifying stage, in my opinion, with Dive Man.
Yeah,
Lots of opportunity for small mistakes turning into big ones.
Yeah, you're going to be underwater for most of this stage, and underwater rules are you can't jump out of your slide. You have to do some slide cancels.
That bullet was just chasing.
Yeah, that bullet was jammed right behind him the whole time. You got to be careful because, as you can tell, there's a lot of spikes in each little stage or each little screen here. You don't want to slide too far or take a tiptoe on the spikes. It's instant death for Mega Man. Oh, Eddie acting like a Pez dispenser, giving Krissy some extra life there.
Yeah. Gonna keep an eye on Waiter's Dust fight here, see if Dust is nice to him with the shield length. Well, not really. Nope.
Looks like Skullman just says, nope, not today.
Skullman's just trying to survive as long as possible.
Yeah, he's trying to delay the inevitable. Krissy here with 2 HP to finish up this. It's going to be tight here.
I'm a little concerned. Okay, just going for the E-Tank now.
Okay,
and already had an E-Tank. That was from Eddie earlier, I believe.
Yeah, that was from Eddie earlier. I forgot about that. I think he got it in Dustman's stage, actually.
So, yeah. Oh, no!
Ooh, headbutting the spikes. That will ruin your weekend right there.
E-Tank won't do much to the spikes. And that's why dive stage is so scary, is your physics has changed, like you mentioned earlier, your jump mechanic or your slide mechanics are changed, and then there's spikes everywhere. So you gotta be careful.
Opens the door for Waiter to make up a lot of time on him. Because Krissy doesn't have but 1 bright left, I think. I think he's got 1, maybe 2 bright shots left. Flash topper left. Yeah, he's got 2 flash toppers left, it looks like. I mean, it looks like he's just gonna use Skull Shield here, but he wants to be careful because he could. Oh man!
Wow.
Wow. Just the same spot.
Man, I am amazed. Yeah, there was that Manta Ray enemy there. I would have thought that would hit first and give iframes, but
it looked like he was so low health that taking a hit from that Manta Ray.
Oh, is that what killed, not the spike?
Yeah, I think that's what that killed him, is the Manta Ray, not the spike. So
yeah, that's probably true.
And here you can see just how fast the tides can turn. Now Waiter is just right behind him on the second whale. Hopefully Krissy can make it through this section now.
Not going to be upset about that health drop.
Had to be close there. Waiter just making up a lot of time on Krissy.
Yeah, besides having a good stage, was just a little bit closer to the wire pit than I would have liked to be.
yeah, that was close.
So, yeah, just like that, I mean, just a couple seconds between getting into these boss chambers.
Yeah.
Should be about the same length fight for both of them. Dive Man.
Gotta be careful here. Okay, he's got him.
No problem.
Setting up that center pixel for that fast exit here. You want to skip that fanfare. Saves about 2 seconds. See if any of them get it. It's like... looks like Waiter gets it and just increases it. The gap.
Yeah, that just saved another second and a half.
Go Waiter, man. That was
very
awesome.
close now. Man. Yeah, this game, I tell you what.
And that shows you just in this game just how fast, like I said earlier, how fast the tides can turn, and now we're neck and neck again. So awesome to see these runners just battling it out, working through some mistakes, powering through. That shows you their experience, that shows you their knowledge of the game. Doing a very good job. Krissy opting to do a little bit of Buster shots there, whereas Waiter went straight to Flash Stopper.
Yeah, I understand. I would imagine the idea for Krissy is just hang on to the flash and make sure that you have plenty for the end, because it's probably a little more valuable there. Though it is going to mean taking some hits, so Krissy stopped and got that health. A little bit slower, of course, but I would imagine you'll be fine for Bright at the end of the stage.
And I'm trying to wonder at what point does he switch to Bright Man?
Because it's right here.
Like well,
maybe not.
Him out right now.
Yeah, see, I was expecting this room to be where Krissy did it, but maybe just go in Buster most of the way. Okay, Balloon now. For the E-Tank.
Taking the juice box.
That
risky strats here.
Now we're in right. Okay.
it proved to be Krissy's downfall for the moment. His Waiter is just increasing his lead now, getting through this last section.
And Waiter showing off some pretty good movement there. Didn't have to reflash until that very last little hallway. That's a sign that you're moving pretty well. The longer you can make it with flash active there.
Definitely, you can definitely tell, who's moving better with flash topper when you've got a flash more than once.
Well,
looks like we got an insta dive from Drillman for Waiter.
Yeah. And
2 dives right off the bat.
And
Krissy's
doing
gonna
the
be
same thing. And also okay using E-tank earlier.
Yeah. Like Krissy making his way through Drill here. Drill just keeps diving for him, just being an honor.
Just being a jerk. And then I think had some hits going to iframes too, which is disappointing because those hits are to be cherished. So anything that goes into iframes is wasted.
Yeah. Now we're coming into Toadman stage. It's can be difficult at times with this first screen with the rain pushback and the wind pushback. You don't really trust your slides, making those slides go really far past the platforms and then jumping out of them.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't
kind of like with the Mega Man, just
Yeah.
little changes in the way Mega Man moves are very scary because you spend so much of the game with everything working one way.
Then you got these waterfall section here where it pushes Mega Man in a couple different directions. Can be hazardous because some unwater rules apply with your slides, and then if you get a small input on one of those rats, you can just drop down into a pit really fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get the same foreground tile rules, and then you also have the water pushing you around. So, deceptively hard stage. It's either the hardest easy stage or the easiest hardest stage, whichever way you want to look at
it. Waiter taking some safe strats, didn't want to end up in that pit, which is smart. Had to take 2 hits, but still come out clean.
Yeah, that's
get through that last screen.
Oh man!
Oh no!
Krissy taking a death, and that's a game over.
Oh, that's rough. That's a rough death. Rough game over for Krissy, but.
I mean,
like we seen earlier, you can come back from that. Waiter came back from it.
Mm-hmm.
From his game over, Krissy could do the same.
Yeah, a lot of game left.
Waiter getting done with his 8 robos.
Nice kill, fairly close to the middle. No problems through that whole stage.
2305, it looked like. Robos. Not bad. Not bad considering, the deaths and the game over.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad, 8 robos. Going into the Cossack stages, I wonder if he'll get that frozen juice box in Cossack 1 or if he'll just go for it.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see because I know that's not something Waiter would normally do in PB attempts, but off PB pace, but in a fairly tight race. It's always
tournament setting like this, it wouldn't be a bad idea to go for it, but you may be just comfortable with the way things usually go, so you might just skip it.
Yeah, it's kind of a matter of familiarity. Yeah, he's just gonna go. I would certainly understand either way. And these little slinkies, besides being positioned just perfectly to get in your way, do a lot of damage. And so we saw Waiter just had one little mishap, and they take a big chunk of life.
Yeah, they do. Meanwhile, Krissy making his way down in the 8 robos. He'll be joining Waiter in the Cossack 1 Fiesta. With these ice physics here on Skeleton Joe Alley.
Yeah, we We already talked about the tricky water physics. Now we got the tricky ice physics. Waiter's doing really well navigating it. It really is just a matter of keep moving. Don't be trying to do subtle adjustments because it's just not going to happen on the ice.
Right. Got his balloons a little bit low on that platform, but no worries. Takes it nice and safe.
Yep, good jump across there. Just wait on the ladder to open up. Oh, that's easy to do. I was just trying to slide too quickly and hit down to go back down the ladder.
Ladders are not Mega Man's friend. Not at all. Coming up on Moth Fight, not only is the ring have a 1 pixel hitbox, but Mothra's hitbox itself is really tiny. So you gotta get 7 shots in that little bitty space there, which Waiter does just fine.
As well, had one that was one of those, definitely looked like it should have hit, but
Right.
got damage out of it.
I get those a lot where you think it should have hit, but it doesn't. It just barely misses because of that small hitbox on the ring.
Mm-hmm. Krissy, I think this is a pretty good call going with the flash stopper. We just saw that from Darko in the last race also.
Yeah, I've been seeing that a lot in this tournament. A lot of people have been using that flash stopper here just to kind of mitigate that strangeness of those Sniper Joes, could really get you.
That's not something I even really considered when I was learning the game, and I kind of wish I had now. Now I'm kind of used to my normal strat, but that screen was always terrible for me, and so I think Bright Stopper is a pretty good idea. Oh, I like Waiter's balloon strats there. Not even going all the way down for the D boost. Uses those balloons to traverse very quickly.
Oh, taking a double hit on the spike blocks, but it gets through it. I wonder if he'll take this safety HP.
Yeah.
Here. Nope, he's gonna go through. We don't need no stinking health. You got this.
Yeah, knowing he was going to take that extra hit, he might have, because it's not going to be able to deboost on Square Machine now. Oh, well, there you go. Friendly drop.
He's still going to have to do really some safe movement here with Square Machine, but he's been putting in a lot of practice with this, so he might be used to, being on low health here, so he might be all right.
And get in your guesses on Square Machine. I'm going to say 2-2.
Oh, look at that. I was going to say 2-1.
2-1, okay. You're a little more optimistic than me. I just want something better than average. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, the most common is 3-2. Looks like Waiter's...
Yeah.
Ooh, Waiter got, I think it was 4 shots, wasn't it?
Yeah, I got 4 shots, and, well, unless one went into iframes, I always have trouble. But missed 1 shot, probably not exactly how he wanted it to go, but he's fine to still get a 2 cycle.
There we go. Being able to dodge those bullets there like a pro. Good job by Waiter. Down them in 2 cycles.
And Krissy's doing the balloon strats here as well. You can see a little bit different, just I'd say a little bit safer to make sure there's a little bit less time sliding across the spikes.
Right.
But handled it really well.
Also gets tagged again by those spike blocks. Just run a little low on health. I wonder if he'll take the health pot here.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a good idea. Oh yeah, he takes it
for a second and then got it.
I always like to take it, especially in races and tournament settings, because it doesn't lose a lot of time and it ensures a little bit of safety for the Square Machine.
And even if you just take the health and then go straight through the bat, you're still gaining health. So
right.
That little drop down from the bat, knocking Krissy onto the spike, scared me. I was a little worried that his iframes were going to run out just a hair too soon, but he stayed calm, no issues.
Okay. Waiter coming up to the saws here and the auto scroller. Coming up to the checkpoint. This auto scroller is fairly straightforward. You kind of want to, get your enemies and the platforms off screen as fast as you can. Kind of save some time, but you're pretty much at the mercy of the scrolling here.
Yeah, not a lot you can do. And then
Krissy taking down Square Machine. Very nice job.
Yeah, no problem. Of course, the cockroach fight at the end is a little bit scary. Not a terribly difficult fight, but any small mistake and you go back to the midpoint of this level, so it's a huge time loss.
Oh, very huge time loss can be pretty detrimental to any runner who dies at the cockroach twins. But it should be fairly easily to do, especially if you're used to doing the strat like Waiter and Krissy is. So they shouldn't have too much of a problem. It's not too much RNG based. The only difference is whether or not they give you 4 small shots compared to 1 big shot.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, they just go in circles.
Yeah, just a matter of execution.
Nice little double shot there on the twins there for Waiter. Oh, missed the shot.
Oh, this is
no! Oh no! Oh,
he missed that shot, and I think that kind of threw him off a little, and then gets the man.
Oh, that
knocked off the platform.
I know that makes me so angry, and I can only imagine Waiter's probably just as angry because that is a horrible death to take. You lose a lot of time, but he's still ahead of Krissy, but not by much now. Krissy being able to take advantage of this huge time loss.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like Krissy using Jet there, which was strange to see. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, and then jumping on the platforms, I think the plan was because Jet will teleport to you if you get hit. If you get knocked off, you've got kind of a safety platform. That's kind of cool.
Right. Now Waiter's got no choice but to take a ammo refill in Cossack 4.
Yeah,
I would assume he would take it because he's low on Pharaoh now.
That's certainly what I would expect.
Hopefully he can get this fight down without falling into the spikes again. Such a dangerous boss fight because of those spikes, you know. Another missed shot. Doesn't quite get the down input. I wonder if his D-pad is betraying him there because those 2 down inputs he missed.
Mm-hmm. And that's always a little frightening if you don't have faith in your controller, because then slides and jumps every.
Don't I know? I know all too well about the controller issues. Waiter making his way through just as Krissy coming into his cockroach fight. Doesn't quite get the double shot, but still able to get a good cockroach fight going.
Yeah, it's gonna kind of miss that one.
Missed the shot there too.
And that does mean Krissy's a little low on Pharaoh ammo too, so we'll see.
Yeah. He may have to take that refill that Waiter just took also.
Yeah. Waiter got that big refill. Still probably not quite where he'd want to be, but I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine. It's gonna have to do a lot of ammo management because in the castle stages, you know, every time you defeat a level, it doesn't refill your ammo, so you're gonna have to keep an eye on that. You want it to be in the back of your mind how much ammo you have.
Krissy also swapped to Pharaoh to refill that, so that's good. Yeah, there's already a lot of careful ammo management going on behind the scenes when everything goes right, and so then things get just a little off. You gotta do some on-the-fly math, and that can be tough.
Waiter coming into the Cossack fight, and the Dr. Cossack fight is neat that when you slide, Cossack will not move left or right. So you can kind of manipulate his position to where you can shoot him with a couple of shots. Easier position to be in other than moving back and forth.
And Waiter's doing the same thing that I do, running the game in the US version, where Dr. Cossack will just stand there for a little while and give you some free hits. I think it's really easy to set up the hits. It does lose about, 30 frames in the text right here?
Yeah, just between the Japanese, and that's really the only big difference between the Japanese version and this. It's that text value, you know. Couple frames. Looks like Wily was behind this madness all along.
And that
Who
is
would have known?
shocking to see.
It is shocking. You know, little known fact about Dr. Wily is he smells like Virginia Slim's stale coffee and old man farts. You're probably wondering, well, Vet, how do you know that? Well, I got the inside scoop from Splash Woman. Me and her used to have a thing going on, you know what I mean? Waiter coming into Wily 1.
We should point out that Kalinka there, Dr. Cossack's daughter, is the namesake for the Kalinka Cup that right now. Old Kalinka.
Wily 1 is unique where it's just packed full of these meds. Big ones, small ones, dancing ones. It's easy to kind of get a lot of lag on screen with all these med bullets flying around, but Waiter doing a very nice job of getting through without too much of a problem.
Yeah, handled all those really well. This is one of those stages where, especially casually, I feel like it's just such a slog. It's so difficult because you're just getting hit by everything. And then even in the speed run, you really have to have your timing down. If you're just a hair early or late, you're not doing anything to those meds. You're getting hit.
Yeah, Waiter did discover like a new little faster strat there in those Yoku block room, but he decided to take it nice and safe there, which is smart. His new strat he learned was to jump off the ladder, walk a little ways over that solo, and then call down Jet and take it up.
Yeah, I
have a few frames.
I have seen that. I think that's a pretty good one. See how this Met Daddy fight goes for him.
Met Daddy can, jump big, jump small, open early or open late. It's all really kind of up to him. You want to take those D-boots off those small meds to kind of slide to the opposite side of them each go around. You should get them in about 3 cycles.
Nice.
Nice job by Waiter. Get that 3 cycle in.
It was going to be pretty close. Luckily, Met Daddy did give him a little bit better pattern on that last one, and then he played it really well to get that last shot in. Krissy's going to pick up this extra E-Tank. That's a very good one to pick up, just barely out of your way there.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea to do it, especially in this race. He's got 3 of them now, which is way more than way more to feel comfortable with. Should be fairly certain.
Yeah, I think.
Oh wow, that was close. Waiter. Oh no! Oh, Waiter. He just missed the spikes in the first screen and then got him in the second. Oh, them spikes are just after Waiter today.
Mm-hmm.
They are all over him like white on rice.
Krissy did really well to finish up that Met Daddy fight. Was getting a little low on health, so I was thinking we might see one of those E-Tanks come into use, but stayed calm, got the hits in, got rid of Met Daddy, didn't have to waste the time or the E-Tank.
Wow, Waiter making his way through this Wily 2 just very well. Had a little miss up there with them spikes, but was able to get back on track, brush it off, and he's doing a really good job getting his way through this stage.
Yeah. Oh, good boy Rush Jet just following him along there. See, this jump's always awkward. Oh, called in kind of low. There we go.
A bit low, but he was still able to make it. Good bats. It's nice to have cooperative bats there if you miss that first jet. They kind of went a little bit low, so he was able to get the second one. Not a problem.
You can see, I always think this level's kind of fun because you're using Rush Jet all the way through it, but there are some kind of weird things going on with Rush. As I mentioned earlier, he does kind of teleport to you when you get hit, and so sometimes that's nice and sometimes it's not. And then you also can't fire until you call in Rush, and kind of all these screens, we saw Waiter teleporting Rush in even if he wasn't planning on using him. That would be why.
You see Waiter going into the taco fight with Toadman, or Rain Flush, that will skip the life fill animation. He went to drill, disabled Taco's hitbox, got behind him, and just ringed him to death. Very, very safe and easy strat to do. It's very fun strat to do. I love it.
Did it really well.
Executed very well. Meanwhile, Krissy coming up to his Taco fight.
I thought it was interesting that Krissy did go with Balloon for a few of those spots rather than Jet. I think Balloon's actually probably a little easier for making some of those jumps. It's just you do have the extra menu of going.
Yeah, and usually you're out of balloons there, but I think he had some extra balloons he might have saved earlier on in the run by doing different strats, so he was able to have a couple more in the back pocket, which is always nice. Waiter going into refights with plenty of ammo. He should feel pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be too much of a problem for him. Hopefully we get some good refights for both runners. That's Krissy making his way into the refight section of this game. Taking that extra juice box just in case. Never a bad thing.
Yeah.
You never have enough juice boxes, let me tell you.
And when they put them right there for you to grab, hey, why not?
Right on, right? It's free.
Pharaoh being pretty cooperative here, not jumping around too much, so it's easy to get those hits in.
Not bad, not bad. Krissy taking a little bit of Pharaoh health or ammo there, which is smart. Didn't want to run out for the capsule fight, which is capsule's weakness. So
yeah, I think maximizing the amount of Pharaoh is never a bad thing. Oh, Skullman.
Man, just trolled a Waiter, but I wonder where Krissy looks like he's going to take a different refight route here, starting with Drill.
Yeah, not. I think the Mega Man 4 refights are a pretty good one because so many of the bosses are just pure execution based, and then there's some really cool strats to minimize menuing, like we're seeing from Waiter. Though you really could just do them in any order, use the normal weaknesses, and you really wouldn't be losing too much time. Just a little bit of menuing.
Yeah, and you want to do an odd number of skull shots on Bright here, but it looked like Waiter was only able to get 4 instead of 5.
Yeah.
So you get flashed a few times.
I think he was just off on ammo and didn't realize it, but but not the end of the world. He does still have the Toad to use here at the beginning of Drill.
Just gets rid of 1 HP, so that way he likes to dive with 1 HP.
Yeah, and Krissy, I didn't see any dives. I'm pretty sure that was a very friendly drill for Krissy,
Yeah.
But Waiter getting a dive already.
Yeah, I think the best pattern you want Dive Man or Drill Man to do is to jump back and forth. If he jumps back and forth, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's the best pattern he can give you.
Yeah, it's certainly very easy to get hits in and not take too many hits.
Right. Waiter going into a Toad Man, which is fairly easy, straightforward. Whereas Krissy going into Dive Man. Gotta be careful with his skull shield ammo here.
Yeah, a little. Oh, yep.
Just ran out.
That can be kind of an issue if you don't get rid of the missiles that Dive Man shoots. That's where he can be real annoying, and that was kind of trolling Krissy there.
Waiter with a perfect refight on Ring, making up for that Ring Man death earlier on.
Yeah, that looked really smooth.
It's always nice to get your vengeance in on a good refight there.
I'm crossing my fingers that we don't get a sucky dust. Hey, there we go.
Nice dustman for him. Just stood there and took it like a champ. Taking those rings right in the face hole.
See.
Now for everybody's favorite noise in Mega Man. Gotta be careful. You don't want to take too much damage off these pink puff balls.
Krissy did not get any sucks from Dustman either. He jumped around a little bit, but not a big deal.
See Waiter shooting that drill shot a little bit too soon wasn't able to get it the first time. Had to do it the second time, where he skipped the life fill animation, and your next shot does extra damage.
That's so easy to do, having to explode those drill bombs before it gets there. I find myself exploding them too early, or while the machine starts moving backwards. All kinds of things that can make that a little tougher than it needs to be.
A lot of casual runners don't realize that you can explode those drill shots earlier, and that's actually the phase 2 of Wily Machine's weakness is the explosion, not the drill itself. So.
Mm-hmm. All right, one hallway and Wily capsule to go.
Waiter just making this hallway look easy. Look at that movement by Waiter.
That's nice. All right, and Krissy is heading into Wily Machine. All right, single hit, no problem.
Oh, nice couple hits there. So far, not a bad. Once again, his down input betrays him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he opted not to go for that one because he hasn't been having much luck with his down inputs.
There we go. Nice. Gets the double to finish it off.
Nice.
Very well done. Big
Nice
GG
shot.
Waiter.
Huge GG's the Waiter. This guy, game overed earlier, come back strong and took the victory. Way to go, Waiter. Wow. Very well done.
Big
very,
time.
very.
And meanwhile, I was just thinking this, but I didn't want to say anything and jinx it. But Krissy says in chat, PB pace.
Oh, Krissy's on PB pace. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I haven't seen the timer going red, and so I was kind of thinking that's what was happening, but I wasn't positive.
It's awesome.
So keeping fingers crossed there.
Just one stage left. Hopefully we can get a. Let's see a PB. That's always makes you feel good getting a PB in a race. I love those race PBs, man.
Yeah.
Feels good. All right. He's got plenty of Pharaoh here to try a few double shot chances. See some good Wily placement here so far. Not too bad.
Oh man.
A little bit off on that one. Just barely missed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not terrible spawns, but
Not
not
either.
really doing Krissy any favors, that's for sure.
One more shot left here. There it is.
There it is. Very nice.
47-57. GG's to Krissy.
And I'm pretty sure that is a PB for Krissy, so that's a big time GG.
Yeah, way to go. Great job by both runners. Very, very well done. Both runners had a game over, but was able to come back strong, finish, relatively close to each other. What a great race. That was very, very entertaining race.
Yeah, it's always fun seeing a little bit different strats and the way that they both had to deal with some adversity and improvise, and it makes it really exciting.
Yeah, that's very, very exciting. I don't know if they'll join us for
in the middle there.
For interview or not. I don't know if they're going to accept the interview, but man, I tell you what a great showing on both runners' part. If you guys can, please go follow Waiter1602 and Kaiser Christer. Please go follow them. They are very, very good runners. Awesome to see them do such a great job. Is Waiter going to join The Voice to do an interview? I don't know. Maybe we can get him in here. It's up to him. He's probably still having a heart attack from his run. I know I'd be on the edge of my seat from that run. That was a good run.
Yeah, I'm sure not exactly how I wanted things to go, but again, being able to handle everything the game throws at you is a pretty important skill. And these race settings are quite a bit different than PB attempts and things like that, so you gotta do lots of improv.
All right. I want to mention real quick that the Kalinka Cup and the Kansai Cup are still ongoing today. We got plenty of matches for you. Up next, at 6 o'clock Eastern, we have Barrel of Rats versus Venice Prince. Then right after that at 7 p.m., Resisting Frank versus Infinite Mystery. Then right after that, Guy Next Door versus Jorge. And then later tonight at 10 p.m., Mellow Flows versus RL for the Cossack Cup. So keep your schedules open. We have a full day of Mega Man tournament for you.
Yeah, lots of exciting stuff going on. That Barrel of Rats, Vanessa Prince, that's the 8 versus 9 seed, so I would expect that one to be pretty close. Of course, the Cossack Cup matches are going to be really exciting. That is those that qualified for the upper bracket. And so Mellow Flows and RL both have been putting in a lot of work in the game, improving a whole lot. So I'm really excited to see what they bring.
A lot of good runners.
A lot of good stuff.
Looks like they're going to be coming into voice for a little bit of interview here. Hopefully, here shortly. There they are. Welcome,
Yo.
runners.
How's it going?
GG, both of you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Very well done, guys. Very well done. Let's start with Waiter here. Walk me through what your thoughts were earlier on in the game.
With appropriate
my
language,
thoughts?
Well, I mean, I can only imagine what your thoughts were.
Oh man, did I have a lot of thoughts going on? I don't know. I was totally fine going up to the race. Then as soon as the race started, I just got super nervous, and all of my movement was just like slightly off, and I didn't know how to adjust it. And I think after the game over happened, I was like, well, this is kind of it, so I guess I don't really care anymore. And then I started playing like normal again. Keep going.
You definitely see the transition where you fell into that groove after that game over, where I think a lot of those nerves just disappeared, like you said.
Yeah.
But well done on coming back and taking the victory. But yeah, that's a hard-fought battle, man. Them spikes did not like you today.
No, they did not. That is the truth.
Wow. Krissy, walk me through your race. How did you negotiate whenever you came across your game over? How did you feel?
I didn't feel okay with it, but it was fun, yes. But yeah, I discussed it a little bit with Waiter before we joined on stream, and let's just say that I hate when I have to slide cancel. The reason why I'm not playing Mega Man 6.
Yeah, I understand that.
Oof.
But yeah, that was that, and I was just unlucky overall on some places, and it just fell apart. So
Yeah, that'll happen to the best of us, though. You
yeah,
guys did a really good job, and you both came back strong and finished strong within, not too relatively short of times from each other.
Yeah.
You guys did a really good job.
I'm glad that was, on my side, being able to see that it was still close, like back and forth the entire time it got me going, so I had a good time.
Yeah, I definitely had a
same
good
here.
time because it was just watching the closeness of the race, just back and forth, just really was hyping me up. So props to you guys.
And Krissy, that was a PB, right?
I'm actually unsure because I never submit the runs I'm not happy with, so I'm not
Okay. I knew you didn't have a time on there, but I saw your splits were staying green, and so I was kind of thinking that it was, but I wasn't sure.
Oh yeah, they're just empty splits. I don't have splits for Mega Man 4.
Oh, okay. I guess that answers it then.
So, Krissy, walk me through your refights. You took a little bit of different route on the refights. Was that intentional, or did you?
Okay, so the thing is that again, I don't play this game normally, so I just like kind of like wing it, you know. So I know you're supposed to like start around Pharaoh Man and all that jazz, you know.
Right.
But I the route I did was what I did in the qualifiers or the other things we did.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and the reason why I ended up changing to Buster on Ringman was to actually save ammo for the last Wily fight, because I didn't want to butcher it there, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now,
So-
Waiter, tell me about your refights. It looked like Skullman was kind of trolling you, but then you came back and just...
Oh, I was like, what was that? I thought I hit him, and then he jumped at me and hit me, and I was like, wait, what's going on? And then, yeah, I went for it with Brightman with the shield, and the last one the last shield got hit by a pellet, and I knew it at that point. And I was like, well, do I either just switch to Toad and just go with it? And I was like, well, hopefully if I get by the first couple ones, I'll just stay with it. And thankfully he didn't troll me too much, and I think I only got hit once.
Yeah, and you had plenty of health too. Even if you didn't get hit more than once, you had plenty of health to take it.
I took that E-tank too just to do it. So,
Right.
But,
and then getting your vengeance on Ringman there, I saw that was a perfect Ringman refight.
yeah,
there.
that was a good ring, man, and I'm glad that Dust didn't do anything too crazy either. I did want to mention I got the triple balloon on Cossack 2 in the spike room.
Yeah.
I followed it up with almost messing up everything else on the stage. I was so happy that I got the triple balloon, and I was so pumped that literally all of my movement the rest of the stage was so bad.
I mean, that was really awesome to see. And then, following up this square machine, you were so short health that I was worried for you there for a little bit. But
I was too.
Yeah.
you made it through just like a pro, man. Very good job.
Yeah, it felt good. That was fun. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad I got that one out of the way, just like to finish it, because I was very nervous at the beginning. I was like, well, I've already game over. Do I just reset?
Yeah, right. Oh, man. Well, once again, good job to both runners. I mean, you guys are awesome. Very well done.
Well, thank you.
Guys, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.
Is there anything you guys like to say before we call it?
No. Good luck to the rest of the runners today. I'm excited to watch the rest of the races.
As am
Yeah,
I.
same.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, wait, I'll put you on the spot real quick, because you got Guy Next Door and Jorge Paulers. One of those two will be your opponent, and they're playing later tonight. Is there someone you're rooting for, or someone you're afraid to face?
I don't know. I know Guy Next Door better because I've actually met him in person and stuff, and we've hung out before. So I would kind of like going up against him. I think that would be a lot of fun. But I mean, either way, I'm just excited to be able to move forward.
Awesome.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely going to be something to keep an eye on for the future of this tournament. All these great runners just blowing up these times in Mega Man 4. Just want to take mention real quick, all these world records coming out of the woodwork. The past week we just had 3 different world records.
By 3 different people.
There'll be many more. Trust me, I know these guys. They're crazy.
Yeah. I agree. I think there'll be another one before it's all said and done too.
Oh yeah.
But Mr. Otter, you got anything else you want to add?
No, thanks to the runners. You guys put on a great show. Thanks to everybody watching, SpeedGaming, all the folks behind the scenes doing tons of work to make sure this tournament runs. All those guys, thank you.
Thanks,
Thanks again to everybody. Thanks to the runners. Thanks for Mr. Otter for commentating with me. And thanks for all watching. And make sure you go follow the runners, Waiter1602 and Kaiser Krister. And we'll catch you here in a little bit for the Barrel of Rats versus Venice Princess at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Yep, 4 hours from now, that'll be the next one. So get your rest in, come back for more Mega Man.
Until then, as always, I'm IRACBet0304 saying if don't do anything I wouldn't do, and if you do, name it after me. Peace, I'm out of here.
See ya. everyone.